Finally able to get away from the defensive pressure on the wall. The Blackfish find Watson all alone in front, and he'll make no mistake. It's 1-0. Great defense against the wall by Clay Miller and company. They were trying to stop that pass from going across into the middle. Couldn't quite get it as Watson, the captain, making his mark in this one early. Under 12 to go here in the first as Connor Watson draws first blood. Ryan Jensen gets around the screen. He'll pull this one back up to McIntyre, and he'll make the long run back to the box to get the change going here. McIntyre across the zone. Here's Mills. Far side corner, loading up, cutting in, lets the shot fly as Ethan Umlaut was steered out of play. Jackman able to power that one off the pads. Far side corner, ball be thrown back into the officials as Roberts swings it around to McIntyre. McIntyre gets it across the zone, puts it off the window as the Sea Spray looking to go out the other way. Eli Batt had that one go a little bit too high. Tomek Godfredson will scoop this one up and start the transition the other way. Josh Mills holding suit at the near side. Curls around and finds a pass at the lefty shooter spot. Watson gets it right back. Blackfish pressing in here. Up high, Henning looking for a lane, gives it over. Umlaut down low, Gillis looking around, doesn't see many options, now finds Watson. Watson gets the screen, curls in down low, he'll take a sharp angle shot, goes off of the goaltender's arm, loose ball. Stays alive with a fresh 30. Gave it away to Nishikawa. Behind the back feed, Watson now. Up the dotted line, across, quick shot down low and goes wide. Good defense there, deflecting that one. Watson once again. Pocket pass into Henning. Poked away on the pick and roll. Scooping up the loose ball, curling around to the near side. Umlaut in the middle. Mills swings and got the shot away as he was falling down. Handled by Jackman. Consistent, sustained offensive pressure early on here for the Blackfish. Whip it across the zone. Umlaut unable to pull the trigger. Running around down low, dunks it over top and goes over the backside of the goaltender. They'll say he stepped inside the crease. Ball's in the corner. Sea Spray will have to go back to retrieve as Ishikawa sends this one up to the near side. Looking up floor as Austin Robinson got the pass ahead and sent off of the change. Primus setting some screens for Kirkby. Kirkby doesn't have his usual trigger man in this game in Tyler Ewan. We'll see who he goes to here. As Dixon, Gottfriedson pulled out. Nice block there as it was scooped up. Okay, number 46. Don't have him listed on the roster here. We'll have to work on getting a proper name for he. 46 for the Blackfish. Thank you, Fred. Having a quick chat with the scorekeepers downstairs just to double check on who is wearing number 46 today for the Blackfish so we can give them the proper credit they deserve. Solid defensive possession there for the black and red. Roberts cutting it up high. Quick drop feed, pulls it into the center, stolen away as this one will come out the other direction. 9:05 left to go here. Connor Stroop feeds it to the near side for Ellis, puts it wide of the goal. As Humphrey came out to challenge. I think they'll say he got a piece of it as they'll keep this one in for the Sea Spray. Sea Spray completing the change. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first. As Ritchie challenge to the near side by Hammond. Behind the back shot, scores! Adam Dixon coming right through the center. He'll tie this one back up at 1. Adam Dixon right up through the middle. Nice feed and behind the back shot. Comes away with a tie game. Talked about Tyler Kirkby not having Tyler Ewan over on that left side this game. Adam Dixon, one of the righties that mixes it up. And the veteran can get it done with the best of them. We'll see what Dixon has in store for us in this game. A nice relay feed to get things across the timeline. And a one-hopper up to Lucas Nielsen. Kirkby cuts his way in. Trent Kellner out on defense alongside Hammond, Gottfriedson, McIntosh, and Squarick. Lots of players out of action for the Sea Spray today. We'll talk about some of the scratches coming up. Kirkby gets around the outside, tried to get the pass away while falling down. Kellner holding him up as he tries to get back up to a vertical base. Gottfriedson with it, as he'll hold it around the center line. Leaves for McIntyre. McIntyre, Mills, and Lott, Murphy, and Watson will be the unit here. McIntyre sees a one-on-one possibility. Nice play in front for Watson, unable to get that one to go. Clay Miller will scoop it up. Watson unable to play it, lest he be called for going through the crease. Play stays live as Adam Dixon leaves this one for Yakny. 7:40 left to go. Coming up around the next stoppage will be our officials' timeout. Great spin move by Yakny. Dixon pounds it off the post from distance. Here's a foot race ensuing as Dixon gonna set a partial screen. Jackman comes flying out. Lost the ball though. He's gonna go after this one himself and then takes the stick to Jensen. Jensen trying to scoop this one free, and we're gonna get a slash here from Lee Jackman. That's gonna be at least two. He's trying to find his stick over on the near side and missed. He's gonna come away with a slash here. So Lee Jackman went for a jog out of his crease to try and intercept that one. Lost it out of the stick. Ryan Jensen went after it. And then he tried to recover and help out on the offense. So serving in the box will be McKeegan. Slashing penalty given to Lee Jackman. They'll work it around, give everybody a couple of touches. Keep the sticks warm here. Screenplay set, opens it up. Imlot takes, waits. That one stopped by Jackman. And he'll cover it up once again. We go to the officials' timeout with 6:56 left to go. To 10 and 11, so even the head-to-head is tied. It just goes to the differential in those two games, sitting at +1 in favor of the Sea Spray because they got the 2-goal win, while the Blackfish have the 1-goal win. So the third time they meet this season, it's 1-1. Who's going to get the rubber match? They'll decide. Long ball, trying to scoop up the loose ball in front. Brandon Humphrey will come away with it. Kirkby was digging away. Good defense, though, by Hammond. McIntosh leaves it for Imlot. And he'll just leave it to roll for Connor Watson. A minute left to go in the power play here for the Fish. Blackfish, first opportunity added here in this one. Watson around the world, gets it right back. Leaves it for the near side shooter spot. Give it over to Brian Gillis. Back to Heading. Switch sides. Behind the back feed. Diving across and held on to once again by Lee Jackman. Roberts got right down low at the top of the paint. Utilized the positioning. Tried to dive across, but Lee Jackman stayed with him. Here's Adam Dixon. Great work by Clay Miller to get him the ball. Yakny and Dixon. Dixon in front, tried to find Vinny Ritchie cutting through the middle. Now here's Tyler Kirkby. They got 8 seconds on the shot clock to work with here. Kirkby across, Ritchie from distance. Humphrey had to be careful with that one, had it in between the pads. As they'll call for the reset of the shot clock. Now they'll blow it in when they give it to Tomek Gottfriedson. Connor Watson. Back in the offensive side of the floor once again. Coming out of the box is going to be Nathan McKeegan. He'll go right into the fray here. They'll have to go quick if they want to play the advantage. Now McKeegan back in front, able to get to Murphy just in time. Good recovery on the defensive side. And speaking of numbers and names, I'm told that Cole Zubik is wearing number 46 today. Listed as number 52. Wearing number 46 here today. So a couple of good defensive stops for him already on the defensive side of things. Kellner, Hammond, Jensen, Squarick, and Abrams working here. Now here's a 2-on-1. Hammond and Squarick has Kirkby in between them. Squarick waits, takes, and will be held on to. Stopped by Jackman. Will start the outlet feed. Eli Batt cuts towards the center, waiting for the offensive players to get their way onto the floor. Big ball play done there, and it'll come to Yakny on the near side. Yakny sticks with it. Pulls the man out, tried to get the feed across. Good defense, they'll find Dixon to the far corner. Dixon curling up, gets to the high area, deflected off the window. Gabriel can't spin with it, 3 seconds left as Yakny will just let it go. Coming over, McIntosh was able to let the shot clock expire and earn the possession there for the Blackfish. Roberts takes a couple of jogs up the left wing side. Watching intently there, Robinson and Stroop. Mills whips it to the far side. Gillis cutting back into the middle. Gillis let it go from high to low. Swept away by Jackman. Lee Jackman's goal stick has been very active so far today. Cutting down a lot of the angles and able to scoop that one up, not just trying to use the pads, trying to get the stick on a lot of these. In the middle, Primus curling, cradling, pulls back up high. Hammond switches onto him. Primus trying to muscle his way to the near side, gets it to Ritchie. Into the middle for Gabriel, and that one pops free. As Gottfriedson making his way up the middle with speed. Gottfriedson in, long ball, stopped by Jackman. He'll hold on to it once again with 3:10 left to go. Seaspray cutting towards the center. Zubik watching Nielsen as they keep this one. Hurd gave it ahead and head off to the bench. Yakny feeds it over to Nielsen, missed the pass. Humphrey comes out of the crease, he'll grab this one and leave it for the near side for Connor Abrams. Leaves it for Connor Watson. Abrams will head off on a change. Watson high stepping, cut in the middle, spins to his offhand. Gets it down low. Watson trying to pull this one up high. They're going to call what looked like an illegal pick play there. Watson working hard to undress a couple of players as McKeegan gets it across and leaves it for Dixon. He'll head off on the change. 2:24 as Yakny feeds it across, looking for Kirkby coming out of the far wing side. Jensen challenges him, Dixon in front. They're going to wave that one off, saying they stepped in. That one very, very close. The ball did roll across the goal line, but they'll say there was a step inside the crease from Dixon. Near side for Henning. Henning into the middle. 2 minutes left to go here in the first. Mills making first contact with Roberts. Miller had that one bounce away. Trying to scoop this one. As they're waiting, tried to get it up across center. They got it away and out of the stick right before the 8-second back floor violation was called, so no delay of game. Blackfish get the possession here. Henning on the near side, cuts right in, and he'll score! Laszlo Henning will take it himself and give his team a 1-goal lead. Sees the lane with a great screen set there by Roberts. Open him up the lane right in front. Puts it in the top right corner. Laszlo Henning, that killer instinct offensively is something we've been treated to since he joined this league a couple of seasons ago. Barnes comes away with a face-off draw going in against Robinson. And a loose ball finally scooped up by Ethan Mlott. Mlott faked the pass, he'll just hold it himself and curl around to the far side. Aiden Murphy's going to set a screen inside, tried to get the feed on the pick and roll, just missed him. As Murphy down low, Ishikawa takes him into the wall. Aiden Murphy trying to work on Ishikawa, taken down, still has the ball here, still working, one-handed. That's behind the back feed, in front, put off the post. What a feed by Murphy in front, just unable to get it to go. Last minute here in the first. As Connor Stroop had to make sure he got back across center there. A dangerous pass by Eli Batt. Yakny to the near side for Ritchie. Yakny setting up in the middle on Gottfriedson and company. Long ball off of the shoulder. Loose ball picked up by Gottfriedson. Tomek Gottfriedson up the left wing side will hold. As Watson sees a long ball opportunity, put it off of the floor. As they're going to say over and back the call. 27.6 left to go. Seaspray not going to call the timeout. As they're calling things in, play blown in. Finally, Dixon was trying to get to it. And the Blackfish, good work by Gottfriedson. And the timeout going to be called by the Blackfish. As Lee Jackman was trying to make his way back over to the cage as he saw things devolve in the corner. So they're having a quick word Over on the bench side is Conrad Squarick. Would have had a wide open cage to shoot at the length of the floor. Blackfish, though, possibly to the benefit of the Sea Spray, they called timeout as soon as they picked up that ball in the near side corner. Your officials in this one, Cam Como, Josh Beauregard, and Zach Jones. Wearing the stripes. Seeing them having a quick conversation there on the near side. January 21st, the season well into 2024 now. Already the third week of competition. As Connor Stroop and Tyler Kirkby having a quick chat with the officials off of the near side again. The Sea Spray took too much time. Play was blown in right before Adam Dixon had the chance to get there. The ball was left in the corner for them. So at 21.2 left to go here. We'll have a 6-on-5. Aiden Murphy will start with it in his own zone. Net is empty. The door is open though in case Brandon Murphy, Humphrey I should say, needs to make the run. So Murphy going to be called back a little bit further into his own territory. So no shot clock to worry about here. It's just the game clock, 20 seconds. As Murphy will work his way in. 6-on-5 with the net empty. A dozen seconds now. Murphy gives it to Gillis. Gillis holds, Miller challenges, swings it up high. Watson gets a lane. He'll take and score! 4.3 left. And the lead is extended to 2. Connor Watson picks up the goal on the one hopper across a couple of screens. Shoots it around the defense. As Tom Robertson was able to challenge at the last second. And the shot gets around him and into the back of the net with 4.3 left to go. Now with a face-off draw, ball is loose. Barnes just able to scoop that one into the offensive territory, and that'll be assist department. That man has been helping everybody. 3-1 your score now as the Sea Spray and the Blackfish. If you're just joining us, these two teams tied at a 4-4 record in the standings. The tiebreaker going to the Sea Spray right now. But at the end of today, one of these teams will have sole control of second place. Then our second game coming up at 4 o'clock Pacific. That's going to be the Grizzlies and the Eagles. Down the other way, quickly starting things off here. Pulled over to the near side as Robertson unable to get that one out of the stick before the defense recovered. Now across, low shot, crunched in front, and a delayed penalty coming here. Going to be a cross check as Vinny Ritchie able to get the shot away right before calamity ensued. Making their way over to the box is going to be Trent Kellner. As Kellner laid the lumber to him, he'll go away for a cross check. So 16 seconds into the second, the Sea Spray get rewarded for their efforts. They'll come away with a power play here and a chance to bring it within 1. Ritchie to Kirkby, he'll quarterback as per usual. Near side, Primus tried to throw it over, deflected there. Solid stick by the defense, and here's the outlet. Ryan Jensen unable to get that one into the stick. The pass was low. Connor DeWitt gives it across. Connor Stroop had a little bit of trouble with it, took it off the chest and was able to get it up to Eli Batt. Batt has a lane, he'll come in and take himself, he scores! Eli Batt, power play goal in transition, walks right up the middle. And the man who helped author one of the most exciting games last season where the Sea Spray came back down 3 with a couple of minutes to go. He'll cut this lead to 1 with a power play goal. The boys are always fired up when Batt gets on the score sheet. A defensive and transition player. As Zubik able to get out on the floor just in time. The Blackfish were 1 player short. Jackman comes out to challenge, but scooped up by Batt. Whips it across to Robertson on the near side. There's Robertson. Leaves it back to Kirkby, curling around to the near side wing. Usually quarterbacks from up high. Now he'll work his way there. Nice pick and roll play with Primus, but tried the behind the back shot, put it off the crossbar. Had a little bit of trouble with it initially, was able to recover and put it off of the post. Coming in off of the bench, Watson takes a couple of high steps. He'll hold the far side as Watson feeds it across to Mills. Gillis setting the screens, as does Murphy. Mills can't get the lane, finds McIntyre. McIntyre unloads, hit the back of the net. Bit of a tricky shot there. Gillis challenged by DeWitt. Ellis is in there as well. Finally, Clay Miller gets a loose ball. There goes Miller. Ellis is with him. 2-on-1 brewing. Miller across. Ellis gets it away. Stopped by Humphrey. 13:09 now as they go out in transition. Calling out the checks. DeWitt challenges Jensen, lets it go. One hopper, stopped by Jackman. Ball goes off of McKeegan's helmet. It's Connor DeWitt coming up through the middle. Connor DeWitt holds this one, feeds it into the near side as they'll wait and pass it up high for Nielsen. Nielsen back down low. 15 seconds on the clock as Kirkby behind the back feed. McKeegan put it off of Humphrey. Stopped, might have hit the post partially and came back up high. Gabriel into the near side. Kirkby gets a screen, lets it go. Got it through the pads, but kicked out with a back foot. Humphrey had to be careful on that one. Gabriel back up high. Now far side into the middle. Nielsen spins, can't get it away. Puts it off of Humphrey again. And a delayed penalty coming here. Jackman's making the run to the bench. He's there, extra attackers out. Lots of shot clock to work with here. 24. Kirkby, they'll get it set up here. Again, extra attacker for the Sea Spray. Kirkby, nice little feed into Nielsen, waits, takes, kicked out. Ritchie around the defender. Loose ball still in front, popped away. Nielsen picks it up at another fresh 30, now 24 left on it. Kirkby loads, doesn't pass, gets a lane, takes the one hopper, spiked off the floor and up into the chest. Held on to by Humphrey. 11:44 left to go, the penalty called here. As they'll make their way over to the box, it's a cross check, gonna go against Liam McIntosh. Jackman back into the cage. Eli Batt just got the power play go for the Sea Spray to get them rolling here in the second. And they'll be back to the special teams once again. Kirkby loads up, passes. Ritchie gets it back to him. Behind the back feed to Primus. Had a little bit of trouble with it. Dixon comes in and helps out. 15 on the shot clock. Kirkby waits, passes. Ritchie shoots, and Humphrey gets the save. Here goes the outlet feed. Up high. Almost a touchdown here on Divisional Playoff Sunday for the NFL. Laszlo Henning nearly able to come away with that one. Back on the defensive side of things, Zubik, last man in defensively. Primus to Kirkby. As Kirkby, nice little quick feed. Primus loads, swings it wide. 11 to go on the game clock, a minute 12 on the power play. Kirkby is able to recover, 6 seconds. Feeds it down low, looking for Dixon. Bounced off of the back of the official. 2 seconds left as Squarick just waits for the shot clock to expire. Picks it up, throws a strike for Ryan Jensen. Jensen feeds it across. Connor Watson coming in. Heads right in as Ishikawa steers him to the outside. Connor Watson will hold as Eli Batt, Connor DeWitt, and company watch intently. Penalty kill time in the offensive zone for the Blackfish. Nice move. Gillis gets it near side, trying to get around Robertson as Gillis feeds it. Sharp angle shot into the equipment of Jackman, just waits and leaves that one down for Eli Batt to start making his way up towards the timeline. Tyler Kirkby, 54 points, the league leader coming into this game. Back into the near side for Ritchie. Kirkby, he and Ritchie will go back and forth a couple of times. Screenplay set, Kirkby in front to Dixon, just trying to swing it down low. And Primus trying to intercept that feed. Reese Barnes will get it up through the middle. As Ryan Jensen gets quickly onto the bench, and Chase McIntyre, Aiden Murphy and company coming out. And there goes McIntosh over to the bench. As Laszlo Henning will make his way back in towards the middle to mix things up. Mills back up high. Roberts doesn't pull the trigger, gets a screen from Henning. Can't find the pick and roll pass. Pivots around. Here's Roberts. Roberts push to the outside. That one pops free. And a possession here for the Sea Spray. The shot clock expires. Good work defensively by the boys in blue. Lucas Nielsen, 9:15. Kirkby sets a screen, gets pushed out by Nick Jensen. He'll be taken into the corner. Watched mano-a-mano as Jensen just holds him against the corner. Quick shot over the back of the goal. As Nick Jensen, away from the ball, was just cross-checking Tyler Kirkby into the wall, unbeknownst to the officials. Under 9 to go now here. 5 aside once again as the official. Partial screenplay, the last defender there as Watson was thinking about cutting towards the front of the goal. Back over to the near side, Umlaut up high, double screen, Watson tried to curl, kept it down low, quick one-timer at the back gate, Gillis stopped by Jackman. Mills, 8.5 now, tried to steal to Eli Bat, Watson got a bit of a lane, Bat able to recover, in front, just gloved away by Jackman, snatched it out of the air with the offhand. Up to Robertson. As Robertson surveys, he'll find Kirkby, who will curl him out of the near side. Chased down by Gottfriedson as Kirkby gets a little bit of a respite at the near side point, walks his way down the left wing. Back to the right side. Gabriel around his screen, pulls back. Primus up high, curls to the middle, takes the shot, one hopper wide of the goal. Here's a loose ball. Primus tried to knock it free as a loose ball push going to be called on Jensen as Gottfriedson might have been able to get away. Robinson sends it up for Primus. Screen by Dixon, Primus into the middle, can't pull the trigger, push down. And loose ball comes free. Gottfriedson hunting it down. Left it behind as he tried to scoop it up. Now they'll get the fresh 30. As 7:36 left to go here in the second. It's a one-goal game, but a defensive and goaltending dream. 5 goals between these two sides only. Gillis back up high. Down to the near side as Henning curls up to Murphy. Murphy and Gillis, the two lefties out of the near wing. Roberts sets a screen. McIntyre, pocket pass, couldn't find them in the pick and roll. 4 seconds of the shot clock. Roberts down to a knee, pulls it up high. Long ball over top of the goal. And that's going to take us to our officials' timeout with 7:09 left to go in the frame. And coming out of the officials' timeout, the final play was the shot clock violation on behalf of the Blackfish. So Lucas Nielsen will take it out of his own territory and make his way down into the offensive zone. Now Ritchie loads up from the far wing, curls, gets it to the left point for Nielsen. 18 of the shot clock. Nielsen gives it across into the shooter spot. Nice spin move by Yakny. Squarek stays with him. Back up high, intercepted. That one's tipped, but they're just going to go out their own. Here comes Nick Jensen. Scoops it up, coming in from behind his Connor DeWitt. Stopped by Jackman. Solid mano-a-mano collision there with Jensen and Jackman. And Lee Jackman, the best hair in the league, gets it done once again. 6.5 left to go. Kirkby stalking on the near wing. Back to the point, gets it across. Here's Ritchie, pulls it through. And Squarek challenging there. Quick pass back to the point. Kirkby tried to pull that one through, kicked forward and picked up by Zubik. Zubik bulldozes Gabriel, and that one actually knocked it back across the timeline. So over and back will be the call. Gabriel loading up on the near side. Fake ball play, Gabriel will keep. Far side wing, Yakny gets a bit of room, lets it fly. Held onto by Humphrey, was trying to be darn sure he knew where it was coming off of the equipment. Squarek gets the one hopper from Humphrey down the near wing. And a quick move, that one just missed him, lot stick. Lee Jackman settles it down for Robinson. Blackfish have hit a bit of a stall in their offense here in the second. Yakny crisscrosses with Primus, they'll get it to the far wing. Yakny cutting in to set a couple of screens. Ritchie gets the pass to Nielsen. Nielsen looking for the top corner, just missed, or rather put it off of the crossbar. Gottfriedson ahead to Abrams. Abrams scooped that one ahead and keeps it just on the right side of the timeline. official on the far side signaling it's good. Josh Beauregard. In Cam Como and Zach Jones, the other two officials. Watson working his way up the middle, round to the far side. Here's McIntyre, has Hurd to beat. McIntyre takes a shot around the defense. Jackman the save. Lee Jackman looking up floor. Loads, fires. This one going the distance. Humphrey comes out, and that one just takes one hop, goes over the back wall. And they'll throw this one up floor. Under 5 to go here in the second. Umlaut down low to Gillis. Gillis, one of the alternate captains, feeds it up high to Mills. Mills and Roberts mixing it up in the middle with Ethan Umlaut. McIntyre tried the one-on-one, pivoted around, gives it to Mills. Long ball off the chest. Jackman runs forward, loose ball, skies up, and Jackman will come away with it. Saw Robinson coming down the near side, fed him the stretch feed. Barnes takes him into the boards, and here comes the cavalry. Here's the feed in the middle, put it in behind Kirkby as they tried to find the man streaking in off of the bench. Up the far side, I should say. Connor Watson tried to spin to the middle, forced to the outside by Robertson. Watson back up high, deflected by the stick of the defense, so Umlaut able to pick this one up with ease. Far side, Watson again, cuts towards the center, makes contact, spins, pick and roll, and take it himself. Nice shoulder stop by Jackman. Gillis picked up the loose ball, pushed down by Ishikawa, pushed down once again as Gillis keeps possession here. 23 seconds left to go. 3:38 now. Watson passes to the far side for Roberts. Hurd and Robertson defending on the far wing. Ishikawa getting in the mix as well. Gillis loads, fires down low and stopped again by Jackman. Lee Jackman continuing to pile up the impressive stops here, giving his team a chance to get in it. Again, a 3-2 game here. The goaltending has been dynamite as Dixon finds Ritchie. Ritchie across, Kirkby pivots around to the point, cutting down the left wing. Pulls up the goal line, Dixon, put it over top of the goal. Loose ball came back in front to Kellner, and he'll release to Hammond. Hammond down the near side as Square gets off onto the bench. Nearly too many men for the Blackfish. Connor Stroop chasing down Ethan Umlaut, giving him the stick work. One-on-one off of the far side. McIntyre down low, has McKeegan to beat. McIntyre spin move getting towards the center, put it over top of the goal. McKeegan stayed with him in the last second. Quick feed into the middle, knocked away. Transition opportunity all of a sudden out of nowhere, back out in front. A scramble ensues. Watson keeps control out the other side. 22 in the shot clock. Umlaut gets the pass, can't pull the trigger. Gillis over, Watson trying to get around Robinson. Push to the outside, finds Umlaut in the middle, and the pass missed he. Mills, loose ball, 9 seconds. Have to get it away. Mills lets a laser go over top of the goal. As McIntyre just going to scoop that one down low. As the shot clock expires, the Sea Spray will get this one with 2:01 left to go in the second. Feeds it across, and now they'll get it to the near wing. Primus. 20 on the shot clock to work with. Nielsen cutting his way through. Now Kirkby up high. Kirkby lets it go just wide of the goal. I think they said that one actually went out of play, bounced off of the back wall. Blackfish in transition. Jensen stopped by Jackman once again. 3-on-2 opportunity there with Abrams, Roberts, and Jensen. 1.5 left to go on the game clock as Nielsen curls around the near wing, feeds it back to Primus up high. Primus fakes, cradles, takes upstairs, goes off the chest protector. And there's a stretch feed. Aiden Murphy knocked it down, picks it up, loose ball cutting in. Nice pad save by Jackman. Lee Jackman has been looking like a brick wall in the paint so far here this afternoon. 1:01, final minute here in the second. Kirkby, near side, Gottfriedson. Got the pick, Kirkby up high now to the near side. Far wing, I should say, for Gabriel. Pocket pass in the pick and roll. Picked off by Humphrey, 46 seconds left to go. Here they come in transition. Gottfriedson has the lane. Will he take? He does, stop by Jackman, and he covers the loose ball. Sounding a broken record up here in the broadcast booth saying stopped by Jackman. Lee has been unreal. Over and back, going to be the call there. Trying to work their way back across center was Ben Spare. Ryan Jensen met him at the middle. Brandon Humphrey, he will be called to the bench. 20 seconds left to go here. No shot clock to worry about. Extra attacker coming out on the floor. Murphy, Watson, Gillis, Umlaut, and McIntyre. Umlaut was all alone in the middle. Back in front, McIntyre, another great stop by Jackman. That one was underneath him. Clay Miller looking up floor. Can't find it for Robertson. And Lee Jackman saves his best for last. And then having a quick conversation with his teammate Ben Spare, making sure they're all on the same page. You love the constant communication from the defense and the goaltending. That's for some lacrosse action this afternoon as the best in the West, the Arenalacrosseleague West, continuing to put on a show here. It's a 3-2 game if you're just joining us. You missed a defensive and goaltending dream in the first half. We'll see if it continues here, and Lee Jackman gets it off to a good start with a save off of the pads. Back up high as McIntyre waits, taken down. A bit of an awkward collision there as Robinson was taken down on the pick play. That'll earn a possession for the Sea Spray here. Sea Spray cutting up the near side. Eli Batt pulls up at the stop sign and leaves it for Yakni. He tried to cradle, and that one popped free. Gets a good stick check on McIntosh, and he'll recover the loose ball. As Yakni sends it over to Dixon. Had to get up high to get that one. Now Ritchie into the middle. Curls it through. Pulls it back into the forehand. Humphrey up to the task as well. Both netminders coming away with some early saves here in the third. Jackman was working on 22 saves. Make it 23 after his first opportunity faced. And now Humphrey, 21 saves so far in this one. Henning leaves it for McIntyre, curling up to the center point. McIntyre to Gillis. Gillis, couple of stutter steps, whips it across, was looking for the back gate with Roberts. Jackman knew it was coming and slid across. As time winds down, they'll blow play dead and let everybody get the fresh changes. They were making sure that they had the right personnel out on the floor. Primus cutting up the center. Pulls back out, and Jordan Gabriel will bring it down the near wing. Gabriel into the center. Ritchie around his own man. Nielsen curling over to the far side. Ritchie takes the shot. Humphrey gets the stop. Scooped up as they'll be looking up floor. Cole Zubik ahead for Connor Watson. Captain Connor with 2 goals in this game already. One man to beat, backs him in and forced to the outside. Robinson stays with him, pick and roll working with McIntyre. Couldn't quite get it to go as Jackman quick out of the cage to be able to scoop that one up. Robertson ahead, picked off. Ethan Umlaut coming out the other way. Umlaut off the steal, stopped by Jackman. Both of these teams, the defense continuing to shine as we progress further into it. Yakni holding in the near side. Barnes, Kellner, Gottfriedson, Jensen and McIntosh defending. Into the center. Tipped in front, they'll score! Adam Dixon tried to get that one into the stick to cradle, just ended up tipping it on goal. And tipped it through the legs of Brandon Humphrey. You take him how you get him, as it's a tie game at 3. Adam Dixon now with 2 goals in this game will move him into that all-impressive tie for first in the league. So now it's Laszlo Henning and Connor Watson with 17 on the season, and Adam Dixon, he joins them. Passing teammate Tyler Ewan, who's not available for this one for the Sea Spray. Roberts gets it at the left point, has a bit of a lane. Cuts to the center, trades places. Jackman gets the save, loose ball. Bobbles around into the paint. Jackman will be able to scoop it up. He'll throw a lob up the near wing, takes a hop off of the near side. As it'll be tracked down by the captain, Connor Stroop. Now into the middle for Primus. Cordell Primus tagged by Hammond. Gives it to Robinson gets it back in front of me. It was Ritchie. Ritchie cuts it to the near side. Gabriel with it now. Far side, Kirkby. Kirkby forced to the outside by Nick Jensen. Ritchie over top of the goal. Loose ball, rebound, kicked out, back in front. Humphrey gets that one too. Great sequence for Brandon Humphrey. Battling back after that tip went through the pads. In the 3-3 game here. Connor Watson has Ellis to beat, gets the screen from McIntyre. Now cutting around into the point, gets it back. Here's Watson again. Watson into the screen from McIntyre, shoots over top of the goal. McIntyre can't track down the loose ball. Watson scooped it into the center. Ball still loose as it rolls towards the half line. 2-on-1, down the other way, to Witt, to Ellis, stopped by Humphrey. Brandon Humphrey standing tall right now. His team gave up the lead. He's given them all the opportunity in the world to get it back. Aiden Murphy, far side wing, has Gillis and a whole bunch of Blackfish in the middle of the zone. Absolute traffic chaos in the high slot. Back up high, Connor Watson curls around. Nice feed in the center. Jackman collapses on it, and he'll hold on. 10.5 in a 3-3 game here in the third. Robinson works his way to the near side. Barnes is there to meet him. He'll find Nielsen. Gives it to Yakny. Yakny down the near side wing. As he'll find Dixon, last man in off of the bench. Nielsen, nice move in front, coming across. And Hammond took him down. It's going to be a penalty coming here for the Blackfish as Humphrey scoops it up. Hammond's going to get a holding call. Draped all over Nielsen like a wet blanket as he was trying to power his way into the middle. Fantastic opportunity for the Sea Spray to come away with the lead. 2-minute minor for holding for David Hammond. Kirkby will start with it at center. It's the Jensens, Nick and Ryan, defending alongside Kellner and Squarick. Yakny feeds it back up high to Ritchie, now for Kirkby. Kirkby, fake the pass, trying to pull the Jensens out, he does. Ritchie, over, Dixon, trying to put it over top of Humphrey, got his own loose ball rebound. Yakny through the middle, now Kirkby. Waits, gives it, Ritchie, takes, scores! Vinny Ritchie with a power play goal to restore the lead for the Sea Spray. Or rather to take it, I should say. They got things going way earlier in this game. Now they'll come away with a 4-3 advantage. They were down by 1 for so very long. Battled back, and now here they lead by 1. 9:42 left to go. Loose ball. Captain Connor comes away with it, gets it ahead, and he'll get it right back up the center. Takes the contact, 2 spin moves, and draws 2 defenders away with him. Power play goal for Vinny Ritchie. Makes it a 4-3 game. Here's McIntyre, left it behind on the cradle. He'll retreat to try and scoop this one up. Ball knocked out of his stick at the half line. And Lott will just scoop it down low with 5 seconds of the shot clock. Gillis tried to tip it in and took the contact, stepped inside the crease. 9:06. Ball's at center, left for Gabriel, coming down the near side wing. As McIntosh, Abrams, Hammond, Squarick, and Zubik defend into the middle for Ritchie. Bumps with Gabriel as Ritchie curls around the near wing, feeds it across. Kirkby brought it down from the heavens. Hammond forcing him to the outside. Kirkby behind the back feed. Nielsen scores! 5-3 now, biggest lead of the game for the Sea Spray. As the little bit of a hesitation by Nielsen just opened up the 5-hole enough, but he could get it past Brandon Humphrey. So pardon me, a correction actually. Connor Watson had scored first in this game with a Sea Spray to follow up Adam Dixon. So the biggest lead of the game indeed was the 1-goal lead. Now it is the 2-goal. As this team continues to build with 3 unanswered to their name. Murphy sends it to the wing. Watson back up high, now to the left side. Henning looking for an answer here. Henning shoots, scores! The response from Laszlo Henning, he's got 18 on the year as he brings his team back within one. Henning, a shooter shot in the top right corner. Gotta wonder if he was actually trying to make the pass in behind the goal to Aiden Murphy, who was waiting right there, but it ended up being a perfect shot into the top corner. Reese Barnes comes away with a face-off win. He'll barge his way into the offensive territory. As Squarick, he'll hold at the half line with Robinson on him. Now Roberts gets it over to the far side. Josh Mills stepping in, takes the shot, blocked by DeWitt, and then gets a bit of a screen, shields him off of the ball, so now Watson has it in the near side. Takes a shot off of the pads of Jackman, as Roberts coming together along the boards with Robertson. Mills and Watson trying to contribute to the loose ball battle here. Push down, and it'll be a loose ball push. Possession coming here for the Blackfish. Across, Ethan Umlaut setting in as Umlaut leaves it. Mills gets his way through the first man, put the shot wide of the goal, and Mills slow to get up there. He'll actually just leave the stick, and oh no, his left arm is just completely loose at his side. Mills' shoulder might have just come out. Mills makes his way over to the bench, and his left arm just dangling right now. We'll see if we can get an update on him. Feeds it across, now Kirkby in the offensive zone for the Sea Spray. Feeds it. Low shot to high is Humphrey. Like a hungry hippo, just able to reach forward with a stick and drag that one back into the crease. Primus and Zubik having a chat, the officials telling him to leave it. The conversation continues as they head across the bench. Fake ball play as Murphy stayed with it. Far side, now back up high for Watson. Watson forced to the outside by Miller. Can't find any entry into the front of the net. Watson gets a screen. Pick and roll pass knocked away by Miller. And this will take us to the officials' timeout. And still in some considerable pain over on the bench is Mills. It's been tended to by the training staff, still holding his left shoulder. He took the contact after he tried. Gottfriedson and Jensen will be watching the Sea Spray as they venture out of their own territory. Starting with it is Lucas Nielsen, making his way up the far side wing. Challenging Gottfriedson, he'll venture around the far side wing, try to get it back up to Dixon. Good screen by Yakty to let Ritchie pick the loose ball. Nielsen in front to Kirkby, back of the net. Tyler Kirkby, the Apple man, usually getting the assists. He'll get one himself. As Tyler Kirkby, right place, right time, gets open in front of the goal, and Lucas Nielsen's work off of the far wing gets that ball to him, and he'll put it over the shoulders of Humphrey to restore that 2-goal lead, matching their biggest in this one. Robertson careens his way in to scoop that one up. Far side wing, Eli Batt swims through into the middle, and he'll leave it for Gabriel. Squarick watching up high, now he'll work his way back into the defensive set. Gottfriedson watching Gabriel on the near side, and here's Kirkby. Squarick to challenge him. Squarick pushed down over the pick play, Primus right up the middle, he scores! Cordell Primus, after some good pick and roll work by the Sea Spray, finds his way right up Main Street. Puts that one in the top corner. It's a 3-goal lead now for the Sea Spray. And Nick Jensen having a quick discussion with the officials, wondering why the push on Conrad Squarick by Primus wasn't an illegal pick play. The Blackfish here have to answer the bell. Barnes out the other way, takes the shot, and Jackman gets the save. Jackman finds this one ahead with 5.5 left to go here in the third. All of a sudden a 3-goal lead for the Sea Spray. This game was 3-2 for the longest time. Only one goal was scored in the second quarter. Now it's opened up a little bit as that shot deflected over top of the goal. Skwerek able to keep Ritchie away from prying at the loose ball, and now Yakni and Jensen came together. I believe it's going to be coincidentals on Yakni and Jensen for them coming together, trying to get out of their own zone. So Jensen, again, the other one from the signal of the official. There goes Yakni. Imagine it's going to be coincidentals for roughing. Could be coincidentals for a high stick. They both caught each other up high, so it is going to be coincidentals for roughing. 5:11 left to go now. We stay 5 aside, it would appear. Roberts will start with it right at the center line. Dixon's going to head off on the change. Would have been the extra man out on the floor. Eli Batt's going to watch Chase McIntyre on the near wing as the officials having a quick conference about who's going to have possession here, how we're going to work this thing out. So it is going to go 4-on-4. Robinson's going to head to the bench, and one Blackfish. One Blackfish needs to head off. It's going to be Aiden Murphy. So some more floor to work with here. Coincidentals for roughing up on the board as Yakni and Jensen have a seat on the pine in the penalty box. McIntyre pops out, cuts right back in, takes the shot. Jackman collapses on it, and loose ball out the other way for the Sea Spray. Sea Spray up the near side wing, feeds that one back up high. Gabriel will cut around to the near side. Hammond, Skwerek, McIntosh, and Kellner, the defensive unit here. Minute and a half left of 4-on-4. Kirkby into the middle for Ritchie. Ritchie has a bit of a lane. One hopper, stop by the chest of Humphrey. Humphrey able to cover a lot of that net as Kellner feeds it ahead. Hammond finds Connor Watson. Connor Watson spent quite a bit of time with the Colorado Mammoth last season. Across the zone. Gillis trying to cut to the center. Gillis curls around the outside, feeds that one to the near wing. Here's Henning, deflected over top of the goal. But here comes Aiden Ellis. Aiden Ellis going to get this one across the timeline. Scooped up as Robinson takes the shot. This one comes back up the near side. Delayed penalty coming here. The Blackfish, they were not happy about it. Primus leaves it for Dixon. 40 seconds left to go in 4-on-4. Extra attacker out on the floor, so it's 5-on-4 momentarily. Gottfriedson and Ryan Jensen up high. Kirkby behind the back feed. Stopped by Humphrey. He'll pick up the loose ball and a holding call. Or no, it's going to be too many men. We'll see here. I believe it was a too many men call as signaled by the official. Zubik's going to head over to the box. The too many men as the Blackfish try to get back defensively. 26 seconds remain on the original penalty, so now it's 4-on-3. Gabriel, Ritchie, Kirkby, and Primus gets the feed down low. Gabriel at the back gate, unable to swing it in. As Ritchie taken into the wall. Loose ball push. It's going to go against Gabriel. Blackfish get possession. As Jensen feeds this one up for Ethan Umlaut. And now Watson holds this one on the near side. Jensen and Yakni come out of the box. They'll both head straight across. No, Yakni is going to lurk in the offensive territory. Yakni now going to be called across to the bench as Watson. He'll take a long shot that goes off of the post. That close to the shorthanded goal for Connor Watson. Off of the post, off of the backside of the leg of Jackman, and stays out. Kirkby to Primus, and a pretty consistent offensive unit here tonight. Kirkby to Ritchie, Ritchie to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Ritchie. Kirkby behind the back feet, opens up Primus, waits, puts it over the pads of Humphrey. Loose ball comes back up high. Kirkby, Abrams shutting down the lane. Thought to pop that one to Dixon, but went off the boards instead. Dixon up high. Kirkby to Ritchie. Stopped by Humphrey as that one comes to the near side. Ritchie, nice work to get the loose ball. Kirkby jumps for this one, feeds it over. Dixon, stopped by Humphrey again. Loose ball, score! Second of the game for Tyler Kirkby. Power play goal, doubles them up. 8-4 for the Sea Spray. Kirkby finds a loose ball in the center and powers that one into the near corner. Tyler Kirkby far and above the league leader in points coming into this game after some incredible performances in the assist category. He has elevated his game this season, that is for sure. 1:53 left to go here in the third. 8-4 your score now with Watson controlling the ball. Up high, we'll leave it for Brian Gillis, cutting it off of the far wing. Gillis takes a quick shot. Jackman kicks that one out. Loose ball, fought for, picked up by Roberts. Emlott back up high. Now Watson around Eli Batt, cutting in. Stopped by Jackman once again, found it off the shoulder. Little pocket pass. Another scoop feed up the near wing as Eli Batt takes it off of the wall. Sees the contact coming and calmly feeds it to Dixon. Yakney cuts his way through. So hold down the near side. Cuts towards the center. Nice spin move to get it back on the forehand. He scores! What a goal there for Josh Yakney. Puts him in the blender on the near side. Opens up a little bit of a space off of the spin move, and the one hopper finds its way to Ripple the Twine. Yak on the attack as Joshua Yakney gives it a 5-goal lead. As Gabriel fighting the loose ball free off of the near side. He and Jensen came together against the boards, and now another loose ball battle as Barnes putting the hands up, saying, "No mas, it wasn't me." Jensen now in company, still trying to fight for this loose ball. As Ritchie was down to the floor, putting me with Robinson scooping after it. 2-on-1 possibly here as Hammond, no, he'll pull back towards the timeline. Connor DeWitt shepherding him towards the center. Knocked the ball free momentarily. McIntyre set the screen that opened up a little bit of space. Now he'll give it down the near side wing. Henning towards the center, opens up a lane, shoots, scores! Hat trick for Laszlo Henning. Gives his team a little bit of daylight with 23 seconds left to go in the third. As Henning, 19 goals now on the season, as he completes the hat trick, and his goals coming at poignant times for his team. DeWitt going to go up against Barnes for the draw with a hair under 24 left to go here in the frame. Barnes scoops it up, has options, he'll take. Jackman gets the initial stop. Stuck in his pads as he'll fish this one out. 15 seconds as he'll go up the near side. Primus spins, loose ball, finally comes away with it. 10 seconds to go. There goes Jackman to the bench. Primus going to take it himself. Diving play and take it into the post. And then a good block there by Nielsen. Gottfriedson looking for the open cage. Watson will try and help it the rest of the way, but Jackman able to get back there in time. Great effort by Primus though around the outside, utilizing the foot speed to find it. His team down by 4. He's going to have to work hard. Give his team the opportunities to get back into this one. I mean, the Blackfish's offense this season, second best in the league coming into this game. So they do have the offensive chops to get back into it. They just got to find the back of the net. Stick with their system and good things will happen. Jensen trying to cut up the middle. He'll throw this one back towards the half, and Emlott going to get called for over and back. Scooped up quickly by Robinson. Ritchie will leave this one for Kirkby. Coming in down the near wing. as Kirkby loads, fires. Okino gets a piece of it. Loose ball. Can they find it? Okino comes out to run a bit of interference, and Zubik will come down the near wing. As Jensen holds this one back towards the center. Miller watching him like a hawk. They'll work it around to the far side wing. McIntyre challenging on DeWitt. Loves that back end play off of the far wing. Murphy to Gillis. Gillis in behind the goal. Watson thinking about trying to get the tiptoes in line, but he stepped inside. He was trying to wind his way along the back side. Just took a quick tippy toe too far forward. So the possession for the Blackfish now, down to 20 on the shot clock. Nielsen and Kirkby working together off of the near side. Primus, the final righty, so 3 righties, 2 lefties as Gabriel trying to find space on the far wing, gets it back to Kirkby in the shooter spot. Right into the middle, Primus! Stopped by Okino as he finds it with a stick. Good work there as Primus is looking for the top right corner. Tomek Godfriedson. Yes, Godfriedson pulls it back around. He'll head off on the change. Great work in transition for the young man. Far side, Roberts has McKeegan to beat. Gets a back screen by Henning. Henning actually pushed him into Roberts, forced him back around to the outside. Pick and roll play, Roberts, stopped by Jackman. As McKeegan still has his stick. Connor Stroop lost his in the melee there. Loose ball went to Roberts all of a sudden. He still got it in his stick as he scooped it up after the ball popped free off of the cradle on the far wing. Watson over to Gillis around the defender and stopped by Jackman. Robinson across the timeline once again. Here's a pass up. Yakini puts it off of the pads of Okino, and that comes into the near side corner. Seaspray, can they crack Okino here in the 4th to extend their lead? Sits at 4 goals right now. Kirkby off of the screen play by Dixon towards the front of the goal. Diving, scores! Tyler Kirkby goes airborne to complete the hat trick and extends the lead to 5. Tyler Kirkby, full extension dive across the top of the zone. 10 goals now as the Seaspray find double digits. Both of these teams 4-4 in the regular season. Something's got to break here. Barnes to the outside, quickly to the back gate for Murphy, and Jackman gets across in time. Lee Jackman continuing to have an impressive performance here this afternoon. As Kirkby curling around to the near side, gets the screen for Primus. Kirkby to Nielsen, long ball, scores! Nielsen finds his 2nd of the game as the long ball evades Okino and makes it 11-5. Just a bit of a weird one around the defense of Abrams from distance. And with under a dozen to go here in the final 15. And the
Humphrey goes back out once again. We'll see Humphrey get a little bit of a reset. The Blackfish certainly capable of getting back into this offensively. And they might have their best opportunity at it here. It's going to be a cross check going against Robinson. So the Seaspray to the box. The Blackfish to the power play. Down by 6. They got to build their foundation somewhere. Gillis, Umlaut, Roberts, Henning, and Watson. Again, Brandon Humphrey getting himself psyched back into this game, back of the crease on the other side. Watson to Umlaut, back up high to Gillis. They'll work it around, get a couple of touches up high. Far wing, no look pass. Watson, one hopper, stopped by Jackman. He's been dialed in today. Connor Stroop out in transition for the Seaspray. Ethan Umlaut with a love tap there for him. As Stroop gonna look back up floor here. Feeds this one up high into the stick calmly for Eli Batt. Eli Batt swims his way through, holding it around the half line. Seaspray looking to kill off time here. 4 on the shot clock as the scoop play feeds it back into the corner. They were trying to, went off of the legs of the referee. 1:10 left to go in the power play. Blackfish feed it to Roberts up at the far wing. Now back up high for Watson. Gillis and Watson back and forth again. They like to get a couple of touches up high. Movement, shot, score! Jordan Roberts, a power play goal, cuts the lead to 5. Solid motion in the middle for the Blackfish. Results in Roberts getting free. He and Watson working together. Solid effort there for the Blackfish. Starting to build a little bit of momentum here. As Barnes coming in off of the draw. Barnes going to take it himself, chop free. Delayed penalty coming here. Brandon Humphrey hasn't come out of the crease yet, but the delayed whistle coming here. It looks like Humphrey's just going to stay put. I don't know if anybody's noticed that the back official even has the arm up yet. As Gillis feeds it to Murphy. And too many men here for the Blackfish. The Blackfish sent the extra man out of the gate, and Brandon Humphrey is still soundly in the paint on the other side. So we're going to have coincidentals now. Originally, there was a delayed penalty coming up on the Seaspray, and then all of a sudden, out of the offensive gate came an extra Blackfish. Brandon Humphrey never even made one move towards the bench. So coincidentals, as Zubik is going to go serve the too many men. And we're going to go 4-on-4 here with 10:18 left to go. Blackfish had a power play coming up. They got their 6th goal of the game with the special teams. Now they go to 4-on-4. Near side, Kirkby going to cut up towards the middle, tried the pick and roll pass. Gottfriedson hounding on Kirkby. He'll pick up the loose ball with speed down the near wing. Gottfriedson in, Jackman gets the save. As Jackman throws this one up to Connor DeWitt. DeWitt went airborne and brought it back down. DeWitt up the near wing. They'll bump off of the near side. Cutting in, Primus. Pulling this one back out. Cuts in, gets the shot away. Loose ball. Humphrey swiping the stick at it just in case that one came free to the far side. Squarick. Minute 20 left to go in the 4-on-4 here. 9:35 to go in the game clock. Far side, cutting it off of the bench, puts it off of the arms of Jackman. Steered to the near side wall for Gillis. Gillis feeds it over as Roberts stutter steps, tries to get around Dixon. Good defense. Dixon still watching. Watson shoots just wide of the goal. And going to be over and back if he touches it. Tried to jump from the right side of center to swing that one back in. And here come the Seaspray once again. Ishikawa with it here. He'll use the fake to earn a little bit of separation and find it for Nielsen. Lefty shooter spot. Feeds it back over. Right side of the floor. Now back to the righty shooter spot. Nielsen pick and roll towards the goal. The behind the back shot after he got crunched. And Humphrey quickly, as they'll throw this one up the near side. 8:44 left to go here as the Seaspray complete the change. Connor Stroop last man in as Gillis comes in off of the bench as well. Henning sets the screen on Miller, comes across to Umlaut. Now Gillis. Gillis towards the center, watched by Robertson. Swings it, had a roller. McIntyre backing in, forced to the outside. Tries to swim through on Miller. Using that size and power. Throws it off the near side corner. Great work by Connor Stroop and Clay Miller. As the two players come out of the box a half second too early. They're going to have to go back in for another second. Doors will stay open. And now they come out of the boxes. Got to do things by the book. Far side. They both went over to the bench. We'll get back to 5-a-side. Gabriel, nice move, cutting in. Humphrey got the rebound too. Humphrey just threw the stick back and found that one in the top corner. Nielsen falling down, was able to get the pass away. Kellner standing over top of him. Loose ball, scooped away by the Blackfish. Nick Jensen comes away with it here. Jensen has options. Stutter steps to a stop and he'll pull it across the zone. Leaves it for Watson, who relays to Roberts. Roberts over to Mills. So Mills back into this game after taking the injury to the shoulder earlier on. Roberts right in front and held out by Jackman. Watson taken down to the far side by Hurd. Loose ball picked up. Blackfish with a fresh possession. Near side, Mills again making the reappearance into this one. Gets a screen, Mills up high, Watson. Ishikawa gets the screen. Down low, diving, and Lee Jackman dove himself. Lost his glove in the collision there with Aiden Murphy. Now he'll have a chance to put it back on. Diving play by Murphy and Jackman resulted in a heck of a collision at the far post. Yakney now. Kirkby down the near wing, curls towards the center. Pick and roll. Gonna take us to our officials' timeout. It was the elite, still within shouting distance. They're gonna need to start building in the next few minutes here though. Down by 5, not down and out though. Heading, curls, deflected. Deflected out of play. No, they're gonna say that one went straight out of his stick and out. As Stroop pulls that one to the near side. Eli Bat in front, and Humphrey came away with it. It's stuck in his equipment somewhere. As Squarick finds Ethan Umlaut up the near wing. 6:20 left to go now. Ethan Umlaut trying to curl back towards the center, feeds it up high. Watson cutting, shoots the one-hopper, going out of play off of the back wall. As that one going to be politely handed to the official, and then they'll toss that one back into play here. Robinson will come away with it for the Sea Spray. Up the far wing. Yakney explodes, comes back to Primus. Primus down the wing. Kirkby loading up for the righty shooter spot, curling back towards the left point. Takes the contact. Still holding possession here with Nick Jensen. He's been all over him all game long. Taken down, still had possession. Now a big check by Cordell Primus. Watch out when you cross the street, you better look both ways. As Nick Jensen knocked from his vertical stance. My goodness. Tyler Kirkby feeds it across. Ritchie into the corner. Yakney spins. Trying to get that one in front of the sharp angle. They'll say it was tip, but no shot clock reset. Coming forward with it. Blackfish escaped the zone here. 5:15 left to go. Another offensive possession coming here for the black and red. Gillis up the far side as McIntyre looking to feed this one across the zone. Mills getting back into this game after the injury earlier on. Miller challenging up high. Ellis. McIntyre works his way in and out of the stick of Murphy. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Murphy just gonna go from distance, picked off by Eli Bat. Bat gonna head up the floor. 4:45 left to go. Gabriel, McIntosh in hot pursuit. Gonna imagine they're gonna try and play aggressively here to try and get turnovers. Laszlo Henning was gonna wait momentarily in the offensive floor just in case they got the turnover. Dixon, 10 on the shot clock. Kirkby lurking around the near side as well. Gabriel down low, 4 seconds left. Diving in front, and Humphrey falls down on top of the man in front of the goal. 4:20 left to go here in the final 15. It's getting testy between these two sides. The officials are going to get their money's worth. Have to watch the temperature of this one. The pressure cooker continuing to creep up a little hotter. Gillis to Watson. Now far side for Roberts. Nice cut play in the middle. Wrapped up. Near side. Gillis able to find the loose ball in the corner. working his way back to the other side. Roberts, 5 seconds left. Gillis, can he get the shot around the defense? Shoots down low. Jackman swallows it up. Jackman finds DeWitt down the near wing. 3:45 left to go. Blackfish able to eat up some time in the offensive zone, but they can't come away with a goal. Running out of time here. Primus, challenge to the outside. Nielsen runs a bit of interference. Primus fakes. Now he'll take. Humphrey got the initial one and was able to collapse on the rebound. Up the near wing for Connor Abrams. Quick changes coming here for the Blackfish as they get the offensive players out on the floor here. As Mills sends it over. Down. As Gillis will wait up high. Watson couldn't pull the trigger. Gillis around the defense. Puts it off the Sea Spray player. And play going to be possession for the Blackfish here. Back in behind the goal for Mills. Jackman watching over the shoulder intently. Working his way in. Couple of contacts up high as Watson continues to hold here, trying to work on Ellis in front. Watson dives, and a delayed penalty coming here on Ellis. Going to be a hold. 2:53 left as Ellis wrapped up Watson coming around off of the near side. Watson, the diving opportunity on the back end, unable to get it to go. But the Blackfish, they will get their power play here and a chance to bring it back within 4. Watson, they'll have to go quickly here. They got lots of ground to make up. Watson up high, now Gillis. Can he find the lane? No, goes to Watson, gets it right back. Now he's got a lane and a stop there, and Eli Batt just swung that one away. All the way back into his own territory. The fresh 30 coming here. Killed off a lot of time on the game clock, though, which is most important for the Sea Spray here. Gillis heading, takes a shot off the shoulders of Jackman. He knows where Heading's been going this game. Loose ball fought for. Eli Batt taken out of the far side. Here's Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut to Gillis. Gives it over. Heading, fakes, brings it back, and a good shoulder stop again. Lunging the arm out was Jackman. 2 minutes to go here. Feeds it over. Watson gets it. Jackman keeps on finding the saves. They're piling up here. Jackman and Humphrey are going to play pass now as they'll throw this one back up to Jensen. Sea Spray back out onto the floor here once again. 50 seconds left to go in the power play. Stroop, DeWitt, Ishikawa, and Robinson. McIntyre lets a blast go. He scores. Chase McIntyre, power play goal, brings it back within 4 with 1:36 left to go. McIntyre comes in off the bench, loads up the howitzer from the high slot, and lets it fly. Giving his team a little bit more daylight here. Murphy and McIntyre are going to start deeper in the offensive zone. Stroop and DeWitt will defend. McKeegan will watch the mid area. And here they go off of the draw. McIntyre going to cut towards the center. Good chop by DeWitt, knocks it out of the stick, but Watson will scoop up the loose ball. 1:24 left to go. Watson gets it across. Here's Gillis, stutter steps towards the middle. Can't find anybody. He'll find the point for Mills. Watson swims through, puts it off the shoulders. Comes over to the near wing. Ellis can't get that one into the stick. As in transition, Ellis chops it free. He's trying to get around Zubik, crunched into the wall. It's going to be a loose ball push. As the Sea Spray, final minute now here in the 4th, 59 seconds left to go. Sea Spray back 5 aside as they successfully killed off the penalty. As Primus takes this one to the near side wing, cutting in. Forced to the outside. Jensen trying to lay the body out. As this one will come back for Eli Batt. 4-goal lead still. Primus gets around Jensen. Trying to get around the last man in Zubik too. Whips it over. Ritchie takes the shot. Stopped by Humphrey. And he'll track down the loose ball. 30 seconds left. About a second separating the shot clock and game clock. As the Blackfish get one last crack at the offense here. Umlaut High stepping his way in, takes another one, he'll score! Ethan Umlaut, the hesitation in the middle, earns him the lane around the outside. You see he stops right there. And Clay Miller moved over to guard Gillis. So Umlaut able to accelerate once again and cuts the lead to 3, but only 16 seconds remain. .8. Another face-off coming here. Net will be empty for the Blackfish. Barnes will get the win. Cutting in, gives it over. Gillis back in front. Watson stopped by Jackman. Last-ditch opportunity. Jackman's going to shoot for the open cage. Bounces it over top. And that will bring to an end another fantastic first game of the day for the Arena Lacrosse League West. Lots of fist bumps for Lee Jackman from the teammates in this one. Was incredible from start to finish, only allowing 8 past him. As his offense put up 11, the difference maker in this one as Lee Jackman. He's had some pretty memorable performances in this league, but a 44 save performance in this one. And he had some big ones, especially near the end, continued to fight through it. 44 saves and 8 goals against for Lee Jackman as he racks up another incredible one here. In the fourth quarter, though, the Blackfish, they tried to continue their offensive ways. They found a little bit of a spark with Roberts, McIntyre, and Umlaut coming away with the 3 unanswered goals to make it an 11-8 game, but it was just too little too late as the Sea Spray keep them at bay, and they'll break the deadlock and take over sole control of second place. So the Sea Spray improved to 5-4. The Blackfish dropped to 4-6. Or 4-5, I should say. They're both 4-4 coming into this game. 5-4 for the Sea Spray, 4-5 for the Blackfish. So the season series now sits at 2-1 in favor of the Sea Spray, as this team, without a couple of their key offensive contributors, no Tyler Ewan in this one, as well as no Gordy Phillips on the defensive side of things, as well no Evan Pattison. So 2 key defensive rotational players and one of their leading goal scorers out in this one. They get it done by committee. Tyler Kirkby got himself a hat trick. Nielsen with a couple, Dixon with a couple, Primus, Yakney, and Eli Batt. The Sea Spray get it done. As Tyler Kirkby, he had the hat trick, plus 3 assists. So a 6-point game for Kirkby will put him. 1 assist there. I'm actually looking, it might be 4 assists for Kirkby. It is. So a 7-point night once again for Tyler Kirkby. That'll take him to 61 on the season. And you can probably guess where his name is going to show up on this next list. Your Stampede Tack and Wear. 3 stars of this contest. Aiden Murphy, number 14 for the Blackfish, coming away with your 3rd star honors. Lee Jackman, that 44 save performance, your 2nd star, and then your 1st star with a 7-point performance, including the hat trick, is number 19, Tyler Kirkby. So Kirkby traded in a couple of the apples for a few goals, and the hat trick is one of the key difference makers here as his team wins by 3. So Kirkby, usually the assist man, notching his name on the other side of the score sheet, and it looks good on him. So we mentioned coming into this game, Kirkby with 54 points, 7-point night, give him 61 on the season, as well 47 assists. And I believe we have a look at the preview for his team coming into this one. I believe Kirkby should be getting up there for the team lead. So he'll have 14 goals, getting him up there in the top 10 in the league now as a result. chasing down Tyler Ewan, who's got 16. But Adam Dixon with a couple. He's now got 17, but Laszlo Henning with a hat trick in this one on the other side for the Blackfish. He now has sole control of the league leading goals with 19 following this one. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this afternoon's contest. Ian Wilson with a call on behalf of our wonderful broadcast crew here at the LEC. Parker and Carl on the cameras, Jordan on the stream in the back, and Fred Ranner, the veteran, on the in-arena PA, as always, bringing you all the best angles of your Arena Lacrosse League West games here at the Fieldhouse. Coming up at 4 o'clock, it's the Grizzlies and the Shooting Eagles, as the Eagles look to increase their stock here in the mid-season. They come into this game the top seed out here in the West, and they're currently on riding high off of the win from last week. The Grizzlies trying to break a 5-game losing skid. They had a solid start to the year, and things have just fallen off a little bit since then. 103 goals for, 106 against, so their stats none too bad. They just coming out on the wrong end of a bunch of close games in recent memory. That'll do it for this broadcast. As always, do me a favor, be the best version of yourself. Good evening, good luck, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.
And you play too? Yeah. What age group are you?